Yo, what's poppin' with Cobra Star Green? Wait. I know you missed me. What's poppin' with Cobra Star Green? Back with you guys with another video. Look, you guys first time finding my channel. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. All of the video. Yes, today I have my review for F1. Yes, the racing movie. Now, if you guys know me, you guys know, man, I really ain't too big on these racing movies, man. Like, my favorite racing movie, I think, of all time will have to be Cars. So I'm not too big into the genre, but I'll tell you guys, I have played the game. You know what I'm saying? I played the game. EA Sports made it. I think it was F1 2003, but y'all don't care about all that. How was the movie, Cobra? How was the movie? And I'm gonna tell you guys, man, right after let's go ahead and cue that intro.
Probably you, we got a problem, 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 it's probably you, yeah, we got a problem, we got a problem, yeah, we got a problem, we got a problem.
So let's go ahead and get right into this film. I did not know too much about F1 at all. I think I played the racing game like one time, y'all, the dead ass, and I was like, okay, cool. But I never knew the story. I never knew this how the races go, nothing like that, right? So watching this movie, how did I do and how was it with somebody that's very unfamiliar with the genre? I want more, feed me more. Oh my God, yo, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. This deadass might be one of my favorite movies of the year, y'all. I know Sinners is #1, but this is a strong #2, I think, right now, y'all. Oh my God, and maybe because I saw it on one of the biggest IMAX screens or whatever, but I absolutely love this film. This film actually reminded me of other movies. We're gonna get into all that. So first thing, let's go ahead and get into the story of this, because y'all like, what's the story about? So pretty much this story follows this guy named Sonny Hayes, who was a Formula One driver back in the day until an accident pretty much like took his whole entire career. Like, he had to pretty much damn near stop racing because of this one accident he got in F1. So nearly 30 years later, the owner of another F1 team convinces Sonny to return to racing and become the best in the world. Because the biggest thing about Sonny is like, look, bro, I want to be the best in the world. There's a guy that's his team is struggling. He's like, look, you can say you're the best in the world if you come to F1 with me and you win. So that's pretty much what this movie's about. But he's also driving alongside a rookie, which is him right there. And Sonny learns, like, look, Sonny's used to kind of like being by himself. So he has to learn how to work together as a team. That's pretty much this movie right here. And this follows our two main characters. You have one as Brad Pitt, who is Sonny Hayes. You have Damas Idris as pretty much the hot rookie. You know, the new guy. He's playing Joshua Pierce in this one. But let me tell you guys, man, I said earlier I love this movie, y'all, bro. I did not think I would love it as much as I did. And I think what really got me the most with this movie, I'm gonna tell you guys off rip, go see it in IMAX. If you go see it in anything else, you're not gonna like it as much, y'all. Go see it in IMAX, man. I saw this on the biggest screen, one of the biggest IMAXs, I feel like. But there are these goddamn shots, and these are very, very long takes of these races, right? I think the races and the shots of the races were probably some of the best shooting I think I've ever seen in a movie, y'all. I'm like, damn, I've never been so immersed watching a film. Like, I'm trying to show you guys a clip right here. So this is what I kind of mean right here. We have these little shots right here, and it feels like you're actually in the race, y'all. And I was just like I had never felt like, oh, like I started breathing fast, like I was the one freaking driving, y'all. And I'm like, God damn, these shots are done so well. And you have to really give kudos to the director of the film. I think his name is Joseph Kosinski, I think I say his name. He's done Top Gun Maverick, and I was gonna say that because look, I was writing down notes after the movie, right? I had no idea who the director was, but I was like, yo, I'm gonna write down some notes. And I was like, this movie very much feels like Top Gun Maverick when you watch it. And I'll tell you guys different ways on how it feels like Top Gun Maverick, but it feels like Top Gun Maverick watching it. Not only the shots, but you would say like even the characters down to the story kind of just feels like Top Gun Maverick a little bit. So if you like Top Gun Maverick, you definitely gonna like this, y'all. Like, dead ass. Let's get into it. So this movie, like I said, stars Brad Pitt right here. You know the crazy thing about Brad Pitt? He was actually at a screening like the next day that I didn't go to. I went to the one on Monday, and he went to the screening on Wednesday. And I was like, damn, I could have met Brad Pitt, kind of. But here is Brad Pitt right here. He's the one that we follow. This is his story pretty much. And I'll tell you guys, man, Brad Pitt is charismatic as hell, y'all. Even if his character isn't likable, like there's some moments where you're like, Brad Pitt, what are you doing? Or Sony, what are you doing? Like, you're probably working as a team. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I didn't think this was a team thing. I thought it was gonna be like Brad Pitt on its own, and would be like to be the villain of the film. So that's what I thought it would be. I thought this would be the villain, but there's not really a villain of the film. Now, they're both fighting one another because they have to learn to work together, and they're not used to like really work with one another teammate like that. Just like Top Gun Maverick, this movie doesn't really have an antagonist. I will tell you guys that. Now they kind of throw in one a little bit later in the film, but I don't even count that as an antagonist. I just feel like that's just greed. I feel like, so that's not, I don't really count that as an antagonist. But just like Top Gun Maverick, there's no villains in the film pretty much. The villain is these two actually working together. That's the villain. But I'll tell you guys, man, their charisma, Brad Pitt's charisma, just with everybody. It could be a main character, it could be a side character. Anybody he's on screen with, there is just so much charisma with Brad Pitt. I'll tell y'all guys, man, hey, that dude, he's charismatic, man. Hey, look, bro, I ain't gay, but I like, look, bro, like this dude got it, bro. His personality, it just sticks, man. His character is really written well. You know what I'm saying? You actually feel for his character. You know, like his character actually goes through things. You see in the beginning of the film, and they go into his backstory. And you're like, damn, like he's really came a long way. He was a legend, but he's like a washed up legend. Like think of Cars 3, kind of how that plot is. Somewhat similar to this with Brad Pitt, pretty much. And Sony as his character. Now let's get into the other one. My boy, man, if y'all have never seen freaking this show right here, you need to go watch it. And it's called Snowfall. I'm not gonna say too much about Snowfall, but this is where I first heard of him right here. But like I said, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. Snowfall is freaking amazing, y'all. But this is where I first heard about Damus Idris. I think that's Idris. I think that's how you say his last name. But he plays Joshua Pierce in this movie. And I will tell you guys, man, like I said, I thought he'd be the main villain because if you watch the trailer, you kind of see like in the trailer that they're kind of like going back and forth a lot. So I'm like, oh, this is the villain. But no, he's not really they're working together. They're on the same team. I never knew that. And F1, I never knew that was teammates in F1. But yeah, they're pretty much working together, and you can kind of see the same thing with Joshua right here, and him being like, look, bro, Sony sums up. He's like, I don't want to work with this guy. First of all, he's an old timer. He's old. He's washed. He's like, I don't want to work with this dude. I don't want to work with this guy. I'm young. I'm fresh. You know. Like I said, just like Cars 3's plot. As the movie goes along, he has to learn to work with Sony. I thought it was so interesting just to watch how it all unfolded and how it all played out, because you see in the beginning, these two damn near hate each other. And just for the movie to go along and there be reasons why he's like, all right, maybe I should give this old man a chance, you know? And I don't want to say too much about it, but the chemistry between these two characters, I thought were just fantastic, y'all. Now, the big highlight of the film, I will say, like just like when I saw Top Gun Maverick, was the shots, the editing, the flying sequences, right? It's the same goddamn thing here. I know I said it earlier somewhere, but I didn't really go too deep into it. But the shots here, oh my God, the shots are so good. Just look at this, y'all. Just look at this. Oh my God, just look at that. Look at that. And then picture watching it on the IMAX. Oh my gosh, I could not believe what I was seeing. I'm like, yo, who captured this? I was like, I must know the director after I saw this movie. I'm like, I wanna, and he's also done Tron too. And Tron is one of my favorite movies of all time. So I'm just gonna put this lightly. This is one of my favorite directors of all time. I didn't even know it. I deadass didn't even know it. I'm like, I've looked at his other films and I was like, I love his other films. I was like, I think a big thing with this director, with Joseph, is making just his movies look beautiful. Making sure you remember the shots. And making you feel immersed in the movie. Tron did it, Top Gun did it, and F1's doing it. I felt like I was there, y'all. That's how good these freaking shots are. Damn, you can see how much green screen is here. That's crazy. But yo, it had me so immersed. The editing in this movie, mwah, brilliant, bro. The movie is 2 hours and 40 minutes, and I promise you guys, I was even talking to Corey coming after the movie. I was like, it did not feel like 2 hours and 40 minutes at all. Didn't even feel close. I think it maybe might have felt a little over 2 hours, y'all. But that's just a credit to how good the pacing is in the film. This movie moves to the point where, like I said, you don't feel the runtime. And I absolutely, if you're gonna make it a long movie, make me not feel the runtime. And that was a big thing with this movie. It did not make me feel that runtime, y'all. And I absolutely loved it for that. And I will tell you guys, not saying too much, but that third, because all the characters are great. I'm gonna say that earlier. All the characters are great. Even the side characters are all great. Ruben, who plays is played by Javier. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, he's one of my favorite characters, y'all. He's pretty much, real quickly before I go to like the ending, he's pretty much how Sony really kind of gets back into the game. This is his team. He's the owner of the team. But I think he's my favorite character, I would say, than Ruben. He plays Ruben, but his name is Javier. You guys remember Dune? Say it again.
Listen again.
Listen again. Yeah, that's him right there, man. I love this actor, bro. I absolutely love him and everything I've seen him in. But yeah, I think he's my favorite character in the movie. But I will tell you guys, the real highlight, I know there's a lot of really good scenes, especially with the race scene in this movie. But I'll tell you guys, that last race, the third act, is so well done, y'all. It is. I saw the movie a week ago. I saw it over a week ago, and I still remember that third act. Like, I'm gonna remember that third act probably for the rest of the year. And when this movie comes out, I'm gonna go watch it again, just see that third act again on the big screen. That third act, it's a dark race. It's at night, and it's so beautifully shot that you just I remembered everything about that. Like, I'm telling you guys, man, look, I'm trying to refrain from saying certain things because I just want you guys to just enjoy the experience that you're seeing. But I feel like if you don't watch this in IMAX, you're cheating yourself, y'all. This was made, the whole entire thing you see, it says shot in IMAX. This was shot for IMAX. When you think of an IMAX movie, cause I know you see some movies where it's like they just go to IMAX and you're like, why the hell is this in IMAX? This is not one of them, y'all. This is made for IMAX. You go see this in IMAX. You go pay that extra money to get the experience that you're gonna see while watching this movie, y'all. I didn't know a damn thing about F1, yo, except for playing the game for 5 minutes. And now I dead ass after the movie went to go play the game. I was like, oh, I gotta understand more about F1. I'm like, I want to go see F1, and like I want to go visit the world of F1. So I was studying some characters and stuff like that. The movie did its job. The movie did its job. It made me care about a sport or a thing that I never cared about before. And so the movie it did its job. So I will give this movie, I'm gonna give this one of the highest ratings of the year, because this is right under Sinners, I feel like, for me. But this is probably like a 9 out of 10, y'all. I absolutely loved this movie from top to freaking bottom. I did not think this movie would be as good as it was. I saw it early just to get out the way. I was like, let me just go see this on Monday, like 2 weeks before it comes out, just to say I've seen it and I can just get out the way. But I never knew how much I absolutely love this movie. So yeah, 9 out of 10, man. If y'all guys first time finding my channel, hit the subscribe button. Also, tell me your thoughts, complaints, criticism, so down below. And we will see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.